share from this table to us today. A lot of couples or a lot of family, it's so easy to stand up and go and start your new family. And the gap and the void that you leave with your children, it's very difficult. No matter how good life can be, no matter the resources is out there, no matter they can have anything in the world, or you can give them anything that they want, but you won't be able to fill up that gap that has been left void by their parents. And if you're listening to me today, children, and you have gone through that and you're still feeling that resentment and bitterness towards your mom and your dad because of what happened, we will need to ask you this morning, find a space in your heart to forgive and move on and live on. And if anything that you need to challenge yourself with, you say to yourself, I'm going to make something out of my life. I will ask God to make something great out of my life. I'm not going to allow this thing to define me or to take away the future that I hope for, because my God is going to bring that to pass in my life. And now it's so nice to hear my grandchildren when they say their gratitude from what it was. Every time I'm continuously talking to them. And now when we have our devotion, oh, it's so beautiful. Even during the pandemic, when they mention their daddy, they start crying. They're missing their father. And now when they say their gratitude, because that's part of our devotion. They're so grateful for their daddy, for his wife, for their stepsister. They're so grateful. And listening through that gratitude, and even when we have things at home, when we have spare meals or there are things that are left over, and I'll tell them, okay, there are things there, and I'll see them. Nathaniel will come and say, okay, this can go to Daddy, or this can go to Lewa, or this can go to Bethel. Like they have embraced the current situation that they're faced with, and they love their parents for who they are. And I believe because they have a good support system with us as grandparents. But some children, they don't have that backup. Even the grandparents, they don't take ownership. And then these other children that are actually just floating around and end up, they are split. They're all over the place to make it work. Maybe they come from a big family. There's so many of them. And it's difficult. These are the things that we don't want to talk about, but these are the things that are actually out there. It's in our face. And sometimes, when you look at a happy family, and when you have children as such, when they look at a happy family, I believe in their heart, they miss that picture because they never had. And it's something that you will never be able to fix and bring it back to the family table talk. Then moving forward, when you take your children from your first marriage to your second marriage, that even can, one of the contributing factor to the domestic abuse or the fights at home, the disagreement of not wanting to take ownership of this extended family because you are actually merging 2 or 3 relationships to make it work.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.